Okay, we're going back to our breaking news. Brush fire burning right now in Calabasas. You're looking at live pictures from the scene. You see that fire is burning very hot, and this fire is predicted to grow very quickly. It has already grown in just the last few minutes. We have on the scene there one of our photographers, Sean Patrick Lewis. Sean, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
I understand you have a resident there that you can talk to us or connect us to?
Yeah. I just got here on scene just a few minutes ago. I'm over here at Calabasas High School, and you can see this thick, dark smoke coming up now. And this has really taken off since I've been here. Residents are all in the neighborhood. They're scared. They're being cautious about where to go. You can hear the alarms going off as fire crews race up here to take care of it. This is just one of the fires I was able to see on my way up here, and you can see just how thick that smoke is, really visible from the freeway. I have here a resident that I ran into. She came up to me and talked, and you were telling me, ma'am, what were you telling me that you saw? Your friends saw this happen?
Jane Grimmett Taylor is visiting her parents up in the trailer park in Calabasas up by Viewpoint School, and they heard an accident running out. A firefighter in his own Silverado pickup truck missed the curve and sheared off a telephone pole and brought the power lines down, and the transformer exploded. So they pulled him out of his truck. I guess he was not really injured as much as shaken up, but that's where it started, and it just sort of jumped over Mulholland Highway, came down towards Calabasas. I saw it coming up towards Declaration and Independence and just went all the way across the south side of Mulholland, coming across Calabasas High School.
Yeah. How nervous are you seeing that this close to homes?
Well, drought is one thing, but this is Calabasas, so it's always dry anyway. Just really dangerous, and the wind has picked up really badly today, so it's dangerous. It's Calabasas.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. And we have a photo that she submitted to us. We'll have to show it to you later in the newscast. But you can see the power line that came down. And if I pan back over here, just to show you those flames, you can see they're really coming in quickly over here to the high school. And school officials told me that there is an event scheduled for tonight. They don't know yet if it's been canceled. I imagine it would be impacted, at least, at the very least, from the fire. But, those flames are coming in awfully quickly to this area. Fire crews obviously are trying their absolute hardest to get out of here and get this area cleared. We saw some crews earlier over here trying to clear this area. If I can pan over this way and show you. So that area they tried cleaning out earlier just to make sure that did not spread anymore in case sparks happened. I'll send it back over to you guys and let you guys take it from there.
Actually, Sean, if you can stay with us, I have a question. How far are those flames from where you are? I see, it looks like there's a highway between where you are and where the flames are.
Yeah, Giovanna, those flames are right there. And they're coming quickly this way. There is a little bit of greenery there, which is promising. You do have a bridge right there and a road here at the parking lot where I'm located. A lot of residents are standing by, just kind of taking a look to make sure it doesn't get any closer. Fire crews are a little bit further down, staging further down that way, just to make sure that they keep an eye on things.
Okay, and so just to reiterate, you are on the campus of Calabasas High School, is that correct?
I am. I'm on the campus right now.
Okay, and then have any of the residents mentioned anything about being notified by firefighters regarding an evacuation or to get ready for an evacuation, anything like that?
No one's mentioned that yet so far. I haven't heard any people come by, on the PA system sort of thing, telling residents to get out of the area or evacuate. When I was driving up here, there was a lot of traffic, obviously, from cars driving up this way. People scared about their homes, coming to check in on their homes. Obviously, the area is just full of crews trying to battle these flames. Probably the worst thing to do now is try to impact these roads any more than they already are with more vehicles. But right now it's just best to probably stay away from the area and just let the crews do their thing.
And Sean, one more question. You mentioned that the fire grew significantly from the time you first got there. How long have you been there?
Well, I've been here probably about 10 minutes now, and those flames right there weren't there earlier when I set up. Obviously, we're in a very safe location. There's pavement everywhere. We're watching the fire. But those flames are coming this way quickly, and I'll pan over this way. You know what? If you don't mind, I'm going to move the tripod this way just to give you a little bit better idea of these flames here. This is live. Sorry, it's a little jumbled, but you can see right there, those trees, they're going up. that shrubbery right there, and that's not exactly dry shrubs either, and dry bushes. So it's kind of scary how quickly this thing's moving.
Okay, Sean, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick, we just got an update from LA County Fire. We want to share this. Stay with us real quick here, Sean, but it's been declared a 3-alarm fire. LA County Fire is telling us this was called in around 4:10 this afternoon. There are some structures that are threatened. One structure is possibly on fire right now. Real quick, Sean, we want to sneak in one more quick question. Weather, a big factor in these fires. How would you describe the weather where you are right now? Is it windy? Is it super hot?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's pretty windy right now, and it's pretty hot. Residents are telling me it's probably about 105, 107. It's cooled down a little bit. That's the good news. But the bad news is, I mean, you can see these trees and bushes right here. I mean, they're moving. There's some wind out here. And that's scary because you know what wind means in a flame like this, with the fire. It means that these flames possibly can spread. It means sparks can go everywhere. And we're in a really packed area here. And if those flames, if those sparks go where they're not supposed to, look how fast it's going up.
Yeah, it is a scary situation. All right, Sean Patrick Lewis, our photographer here at Eyewitness News, thanks so much for this update. Stay there, obviously. Keep us posted. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. We're going to check in now with Sean Patrick Lewis. He is on the ground. He's our photographer there. Sean, what can you tell us?
Giovanna, it's spreading quickly. People are panicking a little bit now. They're telling us to get out of here. Sir, you're a resident in the area. You saw this as it spread. What did you think?
Well, I thought it was quite terrible. I went to Calabasas High School many years ago. My mother was a teacher and a counselor here back in the 70s and 80s. So this is our old neighborhood. And this fire looks like it's coming right at us. It's been spreading here with these flames. And it's going to hit these buildings right here, too.
Yeah, it's coming up pretty quick. We're going to get out of here, guys, but I just wanted to show you it's moving fast.
It's coming right there.
Sean, so that fire has jumped the road? Okay, okay.
Sean, you hit the road.
Giovanna.
We have a, Sean, you get going, get out of there. You're a little close to the flames there. Sean, I imagine this is you shooting this ground video of the tanker putting water on the hill and the house here?
Yeah, thank goodness, they got here when they did, because that fire really was coming up close to that house. I mean, like we've been saying, this fire is just spreading so quickly. And if I pan over this way, I mean, you can see these houses are just right here, butting up right against this fire, and ash is floating in the air. And this fire is spreading quickly, and you're just really concerned for these houses. Luckily, the structure protection is getting in here, cooling it off, getting those hot spots that are flaring up. And residents, they're just standing here in awe, like this gentleman right here, just trying to take it all in, because they know what this means for their houses if it gets bad, and they're just hoping for the best.
Sean, did you leave Calabasas High School, or are you still there?
Guys, I moved the truck. I think it's still safe. We have a lot of asphalt here. We're in a safe location. The truck is easy to get out. A nice exit strategy. So.
And what street is that?
Yeah.
Do you know what street that is where you're on? Or at least the street where these homes are threatened?
I can't tell that right now, Giovanna.
Okay, okay.
No
worries.
The good news is they are having a very big and quick reaction here. We're told that. Let's go down to the ground. We have our photographer, Sean Patrick Lewis, there. Sean, what can you tell us?
Crews are really doing a great job putting out the small hot spots. I'm watching them now. And if there's a little hot spot that pops up, they are just on it as quickly as possible. Amazing sight just a few minutes ago. These power lines you see in front of you here, all of a sudden 4 of those lines just went up. A really loud kind of sound lasted about 4 seconds. Really a sight to see. So it's a very active scene. These crews down here are just really keeping an eye. They don't want these hot spots to get out of control. They're trying to protect these structures. A lot of structures in the area, unfortunately. Luckily, a lot of clearance as well with the asphalt and the roads. But with the way the wind is going, as you can see, the leaves are just there's definitely a very nice breeze out here blowing. So crews are careful about where to fight the fire and where it's going to be spreading next.
Sean, you mentioned those power lines were down. This is another danger that people need to keep in mind. You may think, well, I'm not that close to the flames, but when these power lines go down, if they fall on a guardrail or some sort of barbed wire fence, metal fence, that can conduct that electricity a long way. And if you're not thinking about that and you touch the guardrail, you can get electrified.
Yeah,
so
it's something to think about. Really avoid the area at all costs, if possible. And Sean, earlier you mentioned that you're at Calabasas High School and that there were several residents watching all of this unfold. Are they still there, or have they left the area?
No, Giovanna, most of the residents have evacuated. As you remember, this parking lot was full of people, and they have all left at this point, scared because the fire was moving rather quickly, into this area here. Luckily, crews were able to put it out fast, saving this structure right here next to me. But the residents obviously are scared because it's moving just so quickly. You can see here the crews are just putting out water on the areas as fast as possible, trying to keep everything wet, trying to make sure that if sparks do fly, that they don't have a chance to land and start a fire.
Earlier.
And really, the smoke has gotten just incredibly dense at points too. So residents are having a hard time breathing. They're having a hard time staying in the area, and they're worried. A lot of people haven't seen this kind of thing before. They're not used to fighting fires, not used to covering fires. So this is a scary thing for most people.
And as is typical in these situations, in the past, we've heard from health experts to stay inside. JT, thank you. We're going to take a quick break from you and check in with Sean Patrick Lewis. Sean, what are we looking at here? It looks like a resident is she's trying to put this fire out.
The residents are literally trying to put the fire out themselves. Ma'am, what's your name?
Nancy.
Nancy, you saw the fire come out over here, a hot spot. What are you trying to do?
Well, this is my kids' high school. I would hate to see this go down. So whatever I can do, I don't think the firefighters have enough men to even do this.
Yeah. They're really trying their hardest though at this point. But she just came over here, grabbed some dirt. You can see over here if I walk this way. I mean, the sparks are just kind of flying and things are catching on fire. A lot of dead stuff. It's easy to catch on fire here. But
Sean,
crews
just to give us some
just immediately down the street.
Where you are right now, you're still near Calabasas High School, correct?
I'm still right here on the property. On the parking lot. It hasn't really gotten bad right here, but you can see it's getting kind of scary because it is getting close to us.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sean. You cut out there for a second.
Crews are coming over here. They're really nervous about this house, I think, because
Sean, actually, we have some new
that keep showing up.
We have some new information. Let's check in with Sean Patrick Lewis. Sean, what update do you have for us?
It's looking a lot better on this side. Crews really are getting a handle on the situation from what I can tell. I don't see any flames right now. I don't see any real hot spots with flames, so that's good. Crews just walked behind this house right here carrying a hose, and I'm sure they're putting out anything back there that they find. You can see, if you look right over the top of the house, you can see just crews are crushing that house over there. But just a real scary situation, but it looks a lot better from this angle.